Welcome to a MainelyDIY.com video.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Mainly DIY's new series on knitting. We're going to take you step through cast on, knitting, purling, and then some other stitches. So be sure to join us at Mainly DIY for some extra tips and details. We also have videos on crocheting, other needle fiber projects, and a whole bunch of other crafting projects. So be sure to check out mainlydiy.com. Okay, so my knitting has this bumpy texture, but I want that traditional look of the flat that we think of as knit. And so the way you accomplish that is by purling one row and then knitting the next one. So let's learn how to do a purl stitch. When I knit, I went that way. I stabbed that way, but I want to purl, which is kind of semi-opposite to knit. So I am going to take my needle and pick up the stitch that's on the needle from the front side. So I'm taking my right hand needle, going in the front of the stitch. So I'm going from right to left. So it looks like this. And then I'm going to take my piece of yarn. I'm still going to come between the needles, but I'm going to wrap around to the front. See, I took my tail piece and I'm wrapping between the needles and then coming around that top needle so that my yarn's back on top. And then I am going to slide down like this. So I'm going to slide down, and what I want to do is get this piece that I just wrapped around my needle on that right needle. So I'm going to slide it down here, come up the back side, and see I've got that loop, and then I'm going to slide it off my left needle. So it's kind of almost backwards from the knit stitch that we learned. So I'm stabbing the front of it, wrapping my yarn in between, bringing it to the front, and then moving my needle, sliding my needle down, and then I'm going to come up off the back side. See, I've got that loop, and then I can just pull it off. So stabbing from the front, from right to left. Got my little teepee there, wrapping my yarn up around that front needle, or that right needle in my case, wrapping it around, and then I'm going to slide my right needle down from my front needle, push it towards the back under the other needle so that I can catch that loop, and then slide it off my left needle. Okay, so now we've purled all the way across. So I am going to flip it over, and this row I'm going to knit. You can kind of see how this is starting to flatten out already. This is just, I did one row of purl and one row of knit, and I'm getting that flat texture, but let's do some more and then you can see what it looks like. Okay, so here is our piece. These are just rows of knitting. This we knit when we were going on that side, so that would be, the next row would be a knit. And then we purled on the back side. So this is what the back side of your work would look like. So this is the side that you're purling on. So that's how you get that cool kind of flat knit that we think of as knitting.